Hello, this video is going to talk about how multitasking can manage people's attention and productivity in distracting mediated workspace. Moving from an office to a mediated workspace is changing people's way of managing their attention. The big difference is that in an entirely mediated workspace, people don't get any breaks or changes that you might get by moving physical locations for different meetings and breaks. And this less natural breaking up of tasks throughout the day is burning people's energy on maintaining attention. And many people who are not able to adapt well to this new workspace are finding a hard time to focus their scattered attention. On the other hand, previous media psychology view thinks that multitasking is a bad idea for people who need attention management. They consider attention as limited resource, and many of them assume that a single task is optimal load and it only goes up from there. So adding another task means to add up task load that overwhelms people and cause cognitive overload. However, we're going to introduce how intuitively multitasking can actually facilitate attention and task performance in mediated workspace from the following three aspects. First, we need to think about what motivates people to multitask. A single task condition does not always equivalent to an optimal task load. When people are assigned to a task that requires minimum amount of resources, it is often called an underloaded task. But people are also driven to take actions to maintain an optimal level of load. So underload actually motivates people to add additional tasks that consume spare resources. Otherwise, the lack of involving or relevant contents can make people to attend elsewhere, like distractions. So it is actually better to add additional tasks in the situation so that people can better engage in their current work. Our recent lab finding also indicates that adding a secondary task can be motivating. By adding an interesting video to an originally underloaded task, it improves people's emotional response and encourages people to continue their current work. And it also reduces mind wander because it occupies the originally unused resources. Adding additional tasks occupy resources, but can be in a good way. According to the load theory of attention, when resources are occupied, no spare resources are left for distraction processing. This is especially helpful for people who are not able to inhibit distraction using their own cognitive control. So when their original task cannot use up all the free resources, the free resources are used to process distractions. Now, if we add additional tasks that occupy those free resources, we are inhibiting those resources from processing distraction. So in this situation, adding a task can actually hurt scattered attentional resources and let people to focus on their own work. In summary, strategic multitasking can stimulate people's motivation to continue their current work when this work has low perceived stimulation. It could also facilitate distraction filtering when people need external help on attention management. These functions can be used when designing mediated work interface or workflow app. For example, it may provide insights on what kind of tasks can combine together, and that is there a timing where a certain type of task can jump into the workflow that help people refresh their attenuated attention. In the paper, we also talked about future work on opportune timing of adding a task, as well as the strengths and weaknesses in the mediated workspace at individual level. You're welcome to read the full paper and explore the idea. Feel free to contact us if you have collaboration ideas or questions. Thank you for watching.